Hey YouTube family, this is Cielo, aka the Mexican Barbie, and I'm back with another video. Listen, if you are tired of being broke, of not ever feeling like you can catch a break, and you feel like it's due to your creative mind, you think, God, like I wish I could have just went to college, or I wish like I could have been different. Why couldn't I have been different? Why couldn't I have been, or maybe you do go to college, but you just feel like you don't think like everyone else. Like you just feel like you always have to express this creative side of your personality. Like it just doesn't even feel, I feel like y'all are a little too close. I'm gonna back this up a little bit. Um, but it just feels like, damn, like maybe if I wasn't such a creative individual, my life would look different. I wouldn't be broke. Like, and it's very easy to just start to almost kind of just feel like the victim. And I want to give you some practical ways, like how you could change that mentality. And I'm gonna just get straight into it. Number one, save money. When you save money, I know people will tell you don't save money because you're teaching your brain to like lack money in a way and be like have a scarcity mindset. um sure, but these people are not paying your bills, so keep that in mind. These people that are not paying your bills, is very easy for them to say don't save because you're gonna have a scarcity mindset. Like what? To a certain extent, anybody who reaches wealth is saving in a way. You're putting money away in investments. That's still, you're still saving that money. It's still put away. And that's my point. Have some kind of money put away after every paycheck, and allow yourself to go and buy those paintbrushes, those, dance classes, acting classes that you need. Of course, like when you feel like something is going to benefit your craft, your creative side. For example, I'm an actress and I need to go to acting classes. I feel like when I don't, I feel like I'm losing my mind a little bit. And I'm also a writer. If I don't write, I feel like I'm, again, losing my mind. Like I feel like that's my therapy. And I know a lot of people who love creating and are have grown up like as creatives. Like I know that it's something that they need. They feel the same way. It just feels like therapy, and it's hard to explain to people who don't have this creative side, who don't really, and we're all creatives, but some people are just more in tune with that feeling and are more aware of that feeling and pay attention to it and don't try to just block it. And some people were just more in tune than others. But, society will have you thinking that something is wrong with you because, you're not chasing a stable job or a stable degree, or, what is shown to be the highest paying job in 5 years. Like, why aren't you chasing all these? It's like that doesn't bring me fulfillment. My art does. However, yes, we could be realistic in the sense that you need to live, you need to survive, you need to pay your bills. Okay? So there is a certain amount of money you need to live off of to just have the basic human living expenses paid off. And everybody's number is different. Some people live in California, some don't. So, you live in New York, or you live in Michigan, or if you live in Chicago. Like it's just so distinct, every city, and whether you live in a city or a town also affects that as well. I live in California, as one of the most expensive states, and I have rent, I have insurance, I have car insurance, I have phones, I have like I have bills to pay. Yeah, it's like, how do you save money in such an expensive place? Well, you don't live above your means. So if you're really serious about being a creative and really nurturing this like art that you love, then you need to have money saved. You need to have an emergency fund. So if anything were to happen, you know you'll be okay. Your living expenses, in my opinion, 3 to 6 months. Have 3 to 6 months saved. You have 3 to 6 months saved. You're good. That's an emergency fund. That's good. You're not missing out on anything because you start being responsible about your money, because you stop saying, the thing is, this is what I want you guys to understand. When you start saying no to everything and everyone, you start saying yes to yourself. You actually have extra money to fund your creative side. You actually have the ability to just have breathing room, to not be stressed. And that does a lot to your, not only your mental health, but your creativity. Like, you can just sit down for hours, maybe forget about everything, and just create whatever it is that you create without this, like, voice in the back of your head, like, you need to get up, you need to work, you need to do this. Oh my god, this bill, this bill. And sometimes it's like, y'all don't even, like, it's not that y'all have that voice and then don't get up and go work, right? It's just like that. Just having that voice in your head, that stress, makes it jeopardizes your art. So you aren't able to really tap into your creativity because you're just always bombarded with these thoughts and these emotions of stress and, like, how am I going to pay my bills, and how am I going to, what if something happens, or I gotta be realistic. Like, you have so much fear in your brain, and when your brain is filled with fear, you are not able to think clearly. And you, as artists, the way that we think clearly, when we think clearly, I mean, is when you are your most creative. Which you wouldn't think it would work that way, but it does. That's what gives us peace. That's what gives us our calmness. And you don't have to be broke as a creative. You don't. I know that it's such a stereotype, that if you're an actress, if you're a writer, you're just always going to be broke. It's just like, that's just your destiny. You can have very, very healthy habits around money, and still chase your dreams and still be creative. You don't have to let that side of you go because influencers or the traditions or people in your family or society is just telling you, like, no, you have to do this, you have to do this, this is that, this is how you don't be broke, here. No, just save your money, have an emergency account, emergency funds, right? Learn, dedicate like 10 to 15 minutes, nothing crazy, about learning finances, about learning bank accounts, just because, hey, I have to be a responsible adult, not because, oh my god, I'm turning into a money driven person. No, like, I take the time to understand finances so that it's not owning me, so that I can take charge of my finances, so I can take control of it, so they don't control and have control over my life and my thoughts and my emotions. You see what I'm saying? 10 to 15 minutes, research investments that I should do at my age, money, stocks, ETFs, whatever that I should be investing in at my age. Research it. If this is my income, how much should I be saving? Like, we have so much access to so many resources nowadays, and, like, for free, like, you just have to type in what your specific income is, and your savings goal, and your investments, and type in too that you need an extra 100 to 200 bucks for your creative side, whatever it is, writing, pencils, paint, classes, whatever the case may be. Like, add that in too, and get serious about it. Like, if you're serious about being a creative too, this is very, very important. This is very important that you start to understand, right? and start saying no to things that don't serve you. Like, why you say you're creative, and you say you want to like put more time and energy into your creative side, and the minute somebody says let's go to this bar that you just don't care about, has nothing to do with your goals, your ambitions, you're just like, okay, yeah, we'll just go. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Ask yourself why you're doing the things you're doing. Oh, this is the newest, I don't know, shoes out, fitness outfit out. Like, why? Like, what does that have to do with your goals? Why are you buying that? Nobody cares. Nobody's sitting there looking at you like, oh my God, they have the newest this, they have the newest that. Like, nobody really cares that much because everybody is so in their world, worried about what's good for them and what, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop doing things to impress people. Start doing things to impress yourself. Having an emergency savings account, that's the most impressive thing you can do. Okay, you're gonna gain so much confidence, and I want that for you as a creative. But that's it. I'm gonna end the video there. I don't want to talk too much. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I do plan on doing more videos on maybe my acting and creative stuff, but right now I really want to tune into this saving your 10K. I think it's really important for um, people who follow me. I want you guys to understand the importance of it, you know, and because I wish that I kind of had this when I was younger, and I'm still very young, right? But some people just don't really realize the importance of getting your finances together, especially when you have maybe immigrant parents, you were, raised by a single mother, something like that. Me, like, I didn't have the circumstances to necessarily, or anybody telling me to. So if nobody's kind of telling you to and helping you out, that's what I want this page to be, is like motivation that you can. And even if you're creative. Okay, bye y'all.